Happy Labor Day.
Hey y'all, how you doing?
Yeah. It's this is our Labor Day recording. All right. So today's show is not I should put that tag on. Today's show is not live, it's recorded. All right, we recorded this a few days ago. But anyway, happy Labor Day. I hope a lot of you are taking a break from laboring today, as we are.
Right. Well, maybe we'll probably still be working on our business, doing something, because that's just what we do. When you're a business owner, I what was it that I did a few days ago? And they're like going, oh, you were able to take, time off. And I said, no, not really. My boss is always on me. I said, she's a slave driver and she's the worst. My friend Kurt always says that my boss is the worst. And then
you have to remember that line from Parks and Rec where John Ralphie would go, the worst. Oh.
And then they're like,
I should get these sound bites that we just play in the show.
Right, I think so. That's what it was. I was with another broker, and then he's all, "Do you work for her?" And I said, "No." And then he looked at me, and then he goes, "Are you your own boss?" And I'm like, "Yep. Wherever I go, there I am." So my boss doesn't ever leave me; makes me work all the time. But I am casual, which y'all don't normally get to see this. I decided to go shorts.
I love how she goes, you don't normally get to see this. Like, are you trying to show something there or something?
No. Oh my goodness.
Did you start drinking already? I'm just curious.
They're still closed. See, closed. Closed. There's closed. No, nothing's open. I promise. I haven't. So we decided to go very easy today, and we decided to go with tacos.
You're doing tacos. I'm not. I don't have any shells, so.
Oh, well, I went with soft flour tortillas with the adobada, the carne adobada. So this is pork that's been marinated. And so when I went to the meat market here in Wilsonville, I said the adobada, but they have the steaks that have the adobada sauce on it. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, for tacos? I said, yes, please. So then he just says, throws over a pound. And I was like, I'll eat it. And then I'm like, can I get some queso fresco, some cheese? So there's my queso fresco.
I'm just having some good old brisket that we cooked. That's it. I've got nothing to go with it.
Okay, I'm going to get a picture of your sad brisket.
Hold on. A picture of Tim's brisket. Ooh, and I can make the dish go woo, woo, woo.
Wait a second. There you go. I'm in your picture. Okay. So I decided to go very simple. So with the pork, you can actually also add cabbage to it. I decided to just go simple. This is a sweet onion. I usually use yellow, but I had bought the sweet onion and I haven't used it. So I decided I'm going to use it for this. So sweet onion, cilantro, and then I have my lime over here and the queso fresco. So depending on where you go eat, you may or may not get this cheese. This you can usually get it at Kroger with the cheese. You'll sometimes see cotija, sometimes you'll see queso fresco. So they're slightly different. The queso fresco is a little bit more moist, and it's more of a, not as gooey as ricotta, but that's the closest I can assimilate to this. The cotija is more of a dry, so more of a Parmesan type cheese. So it depends, but they both will come in around, little cylinder. But I decided, since I was at the Mexican meat market, to get queso fresco. And then, of course, because this is pork, I always like a green sauce with pork. So I went with Cholula, green pepper. And then the beer that I chose, because we decided we're going to have beer, but I also have a few other options here. I was going to go with Sol Chelada, and they had strawberry. Because of what I was going to eat, I decided to go with Modelo, the Chelada Piña, so the pineapple, picante, because a lot of times when you get the carne adobada, they will also marinate it with pineapple juice, or there'll be chunks of pineapple. So I thought this would be the most appropriate. And the chelada is usually, a lot of people see a chelada like a red beer. So it's like having a Bloody Mary with beer in it. That's the closest. But it depends on where you go. Sometimes you can get the pre-made, but Modelo and even Budweiser, I think it's Budweiser, makes a chelada, and they're pretty good.
I don't
considering.
like the Budweiser ones, but yeah, the Modelo ones are better.
Yeah, oh yeah. So the pina colada, they have a mango chili, which is another one, and I just saw strawberry today, which I'd never seen again. I was at the Mexican meat market, so the whole top shelf were all the individual Modelo, Sol, Pacifico, Corona, and of course I have my little Corona over here. So I thought I have options. I did go with soft shell because these are better with soft shell. And then you just, if you go to a taco truck, a lot of times you will have the all the sides right there that you can add to it, and you just add whatever you want. It will not, or they'll say with everything, and with everything means cilantro and onions, and they might, throw a squeeze of lime in there, possibly, maybe. It just depends on your taco truck, depends on the food court that you're going to. So let me wash my hands because I had lime all over.
I'm just having brisket, but I had tacos this week. My Friday morning networking group is at a barbecue joint down the street from the house. And I had a meeting there before and after the meeting, face to face with people, and I decided to try their breakfast tacos. And oh my
brisket?
God! Actually, I didn't do it with brisket. I actually did it with bacon because I was doing breakfast. I did think to do the brisket because you could, but I very rarely have bacon at the house anymore. You know what I mean? To have just a bacon breakfast.
Right.
And I decided to have a bacon, and I'm like, I was never a big breakfast taco type person. Like, I mean, usually go to like breakfast fajitas or breakfast burritos type things, or even tacos. And a lot of them, I'm just not a fan. Now, I want to tell you the two best breakfast burritos I have are McDonald's, number one.
Oh.
And number two is Sonic. They're both fast food type burritos, right? I've not had, when you were talking about taco trucks, I've not had taco trucks in a long time. I don't know if I told you about this or not when you were here, but there's a lady who's been doing, like, it looks like she's doing, what do they call us? The corn, what are those corn things called?
Oh, where they put the mayo and the butter and the Parmesan. So like street corn.
Like a street, yeah. They're wrapped in the corn husk. What are they called?
The tamales?
Tamales, yeah. She's been doing, like, it looks like tamales and tacos out of the back of her SUV at the Starbucks parking lot. Okay. Starbucks and 7-Eleven parking lot.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, actually, I think I remember you mentioning that.
I keep seeing it. One of these days, I'm going to stop by when I have time and grab one. Just to me, it's like of course, I got to have cash. Half the time, I don't have cash on me. But I'm like, usually those are the best.
Yeah.
So, it's someone who's still crafting their art. So I'm just pouring a Shiner beer. I got a Shiner Ruby.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Which is a good citrusy beer. Sunburst, and I got some of my Topo Chico water that I'm sipping on here. But just kind of enjoying my Saturday. This is the second beer I've had today. So yeah.
This is like the first one. It's way afternoon, and I've been running around. But I decided that, this was, I might go to the meat market. That just seemed, I had been craving it for the last couple of days, and I said, those are my tacos. So then I got the chelada, and I think I told you the history of the chelada was in San Luis Potosí is where the most attributed creation of the michelada, because it was Michel Esper was the one that created it. So he would call it michelada, my cold one. And so michelada helada, my cold beer. And so that's where that came from. But essentially it's hot sauce, chili powder, savory seasonings, salt, lime. And some of them have the tomato juice in there, or they'll put clamato, because the clamato has the oyster flavor in there, so it gives it a little. But it depends on where you are in Mexico. You'll get something a little different. So this one is more of a chelada because it only has the beer, the lime juice, the salt, in this case, the hot sauce and the piña, whereas the michelada is a little bit more savory. That's the one where they put the Worcestershire sauce and seasonings, the tomato sauce, so it makes it a little bit more depth. So that's going to be your two differences in the chelada and the michelada. And it has absolutely nothing to do with Labor Day. In this case, Labor Day falls.
Well, we had to wait a minute. We were supposed to stick to a theme today. Oh, I just didn't.
Nope, no theme, no particular theme, but we are. I figured that I would give the origins of the labor movement in the late 1900s, and that's where it became a celebration of workers, and it's a symbolic meaning, truly. The end, and it's also the end of summer. End of picnics, end of family gatherings, outdoor events, because then it starts getting cooler. Kids are back in the office, or oh my goodness, kids are back at school. So that's usually a symbolic meaning. A lot of homeowners associations, they will shut down the pool after Labor Day. And then of course there's no wearing white after Labor Day for whatever reason. It's just a thing. So that's the history.
I'm going to wear white on next week anyway, so.
I wear it. I forget. I don't think about it. But I'm going to take a bite out of this because my tortillas have gotten cold at this point. I can throw it back on the grill pan that I have over here. But
no, I'm snacking on a brisket that Gwen brought home yesterday, and she put a seasoning onto it, and she slow cooked it in the oven overnight. And then this morning when we got up. Before we went to coffee, we kind of cut into it and took what's left. I had what left of my barbecue sauce. We poured it over the top of it and let it sink in for about let it sink into it for a couple hours. So yeah, which has really put the nice. It's not heavy in sauce, but there's just that slight inch of flavor of my sauce into it.
Nice.
Yeah. You
got to have a little something. Okay, so.
And I tried it with the beer, and I tried it with a little bit of my Buffalo Trace. I'm going to tell you, the barbecue goes better with beer. Probably I'd like it if I had moonshine. I just grabbed the whiskey I have. This barbecue goes better with because this is a citrusy, and it's kind of into summer. It's kind of still refreshing. Anyway.
So this piña, it's got a little bit of a kick, this pineapple.
Yeah.
You got the beer taste, but the pineapple just kind of is a little bit more forward. And it does have a little bit of kick. So even though it says picante, it's supposed to be spicy. It's got a little bit of spice that you'll feel it back here. And because I'm having this marinated pork, it goes very well. So you have your citrus flavors with the pineapple. That's a very nice combination. It goes well.
Well, I mean, what else? What are you doing with your Labor Day this weekend? So, as you know, we're just kind of hanging out at the house and probably do some odds and ends stuff. But
board games with friends. Probably a run. I have to do an 8-mile run, and I might hit the river if it's warm enough, and I'll go paddleboarding.
Oh, okay.
I'm really trying hard not to work.
Yeah, I still have a couple things I'll probably end up doing throughout the weekend, but and on Labor Day itself, I do have some a meeting scheduled with someone. So, but anyway, it's just it's trying to be a relaxing time over the weekend, and Gwen's home, so she's not traveling, so
that'll be nice.
Yeah. And like today here, it's a little. We woke up this morning with rain, but we've had a little bit of rain the last couple of days. But
it's been warm here. It's cooled down to about 89.
Yeah.
Our high today will be 89, and that's why I wanted something refreshing, and I decided to go with this one. One of the things I did do, because this is it cooks very quickly because the pieces are cut very small. Stovetop. I didn't put any oil or anything. I just put the meat straight onto the pan. It's going to render some of the fat. And so what I did with the tortillas is that before I heated them on the grill pan, is that I just lightly tabbed it on top of the meat on both sides. And so then the tortillas have a little bit of that sauce, right on the outside of it, which just adds a little bit. It helps crisp it up also. If you leave it there a little too long, it'll crisp up even more, but I just did it just enough to warm it up. and give it a little bit more flavor. So I did that on purpose. I normally don't do that, but in this case, I did.
Mm.
But your Mexican meat market, they all carry this.
Okay. Oh.
So this is very refreshing. Great combination.
Yeah.
And this cheese. So I'm going to try the cheese by itself with the beer. Cleanse the palate. And then have another piece. Just like anything else. Two little bites.
Now I have water to cleanse the palate and drink more beer.
Oh, okay. This really helped bring out the pineapple.
Okay.
So that cheese is so nice and fresh and clean that it really helped the pineapple, the flavor of the pineapple in the beer to come out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a great way. You can just do a little bit of cheese, this cheese you can add on top of black beans or pinto beans, whether they're whole or refried. That goes very well. It's a great addition. If you are doing that, watch your salt on the beans, because this cheese does have, you can taste the saltiness in it. So if you put too much salt on your beans, it's going to overpower. In this case with my pork, it's adding a little bit of saltiness, which this pork needs. Depends on where you get it. Sometimes the pork has a little bit more salt. This one, they take care of doing everything there in that meat market. And so everything is very, very fresh. And there's times that I'm like, you know what, if I want something easy, I'll just get the adobada, come home and make it. I could buy the tacos, but why would I do that when I can come home and for the same price have more meat and make my own the way I want them? So. I have an eating disorder, in case y'all didn't know. I was told this morning.
Really?
Are you drinking again? It was my coffee. I was with some friends, and I was like sipping on coffee in the kitchen. And I'm chit-chatting, and then the one friend comes up and is like, you drinking again? I'm like, shh. So no one. He goes, you and your drinking problem. I said, yeah, and I also have an eating disorder. So.
Wow.
In case y'all did not know, I have a drinking problem, eating disorder. I'm surprised I don't have adobada all over me. This does stain, y'all. So if you are having it, please be aware that it does stain. So don't wear white when you're eating this, because if it gets on there, you're going to have to, add some.
Don't wear white after Labor Day when you're eating.
Right. Should be wearing white anyway. But this is different. I don't think we've had we might have had brisket before, but I don't know that we've had adobada on the podcast before. Mm-hmm. And this is a chelada, not a michelada. So I've changed it up a little bit.
Cool. Well, I'm going to go about relaxing for the rest of my weekend, and you guys are seeing this live. And while we're out relaxing tonight, we're not here actually broadcasting live, but leave your comments. All right.
We'll respond.
We'll respond to your comments later, whether you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube Live. We'll come back and respond to them. But we always appreciate you guys watching in. We wanted to do just a quick, short show and let you guys know that while Monday this one happens on Monday every year. We kind of do a short show and don't do a live show, and we usually just pick something kind of end of summer. Celebrate and chat with you guys for a bit. Yep. Other than that, I mean, and usually I'm not off traveling. You're not usually off traveling, are you?
Not during this time of year, no. My next travel will be towards the end of September. I'll be in Dallas for a mastermind with for my business.
September? End of September? Where are you going to be in Dallas?
In downtown Dallas at eWomen, with Sandra Yancey.
Okay.
Going through my business and see what we can do to continue getting my business to the next level. So it's always fun stuff. And then in October, mid-October, in case I hadn't mentioned it to y'all, I'll be flying to Scotland. I already have my flight there. I don't have my flight back, but
You're going to stay there. Oh my God, she's going to fly there and not come back.
There's that possibility, but with crayons, because that's what was closest. Like, there was the kids menu, and so I had a piece of paper and I had crayons, and therefore I'm like writing down where I'm going to go from Glasgow to Mallorca to Iceland back to Portland, and here are my dates, and so the total. So I have to book my flight back. So this is my itinerary for my flight back that I need to book.
Wow.
So I'll be gone. And I know that Tim and I had talked about still doing either a recording or a live. We'll figure it out because of the time change. We're looking, I think it's a 9-hour difference. So we'll figure out how we can still bring some Scotland, some Spain, maybe some Iceland to our audience, and what we can find locally.
So and then on the 22nd of this month of September, I'll be on a train, so we won't be broadcasting live.
Yeah, so we'll do a recording, or I'll do a Facebook Live. One of the two, we'll figure it out. We want to make sure we continue bringing new content that's going to be relevant to y'all, and that you can enjoy and try out, and then let us know what you think.
Yeah. So anyway, so basically we I don't know. We can just tell everybody about our businesses. So our businesses support this week. I have Simple Easy websites. Go online, check them out, simpleeasywebsites.com. And Gladys, tell them about yours.
Insurance by Design, helping employers become employer of choice through employee benefits. If you have employees and you want to know, hey, how do I attract and retain these, good quality staff? Get on my calendar. Go to enrollnoworegon.com. We'll have the conversation. And if I cannot help you, I will find you a broker in your state that can. So that's enrollnoworegon.com. Gladys Boutwell, Insurance by Design.
Yeah. And guys, enjoy your holiday weekend. All right. I like the way you drink. We always believe in enjoying what we drink, enjoying what we eat, enjoying life. Less about the experiences. So
enjoy, y'all. Cheers.
We will say that to you guys. Enjoy your weekend. We will be back here next week for a live broadcast. In the meantime, cheers.
Cheers, y'all.